All right, let's dive right in. If you've ever felt like growing on YouTube is just a game of luck, like you're just rolling the dice with every upload, well, we're going to show you how to trade that hope for a proven data-driven system. We're going to break down how you can engineer real sustainable growth for your channel starting right now. And this one idea, this is the foundation for our entire framework. For a lot of creators, this is a radical shift in thinking, but the realization is actually pretty simple, and it's absolutely critical. How you package your content, we're talking title and thumbnail, is just as important as the video itself. Because think about it, a masterpiece that no one clicks on is still a masterpiece that no one sees. So, here's our roadmap. We'll start with the core philosophy, the big idea behind the system. Then we'll walk through the 4 key stages: researching what your audience actually wants to watch, packaging that idea to pretty much guarantee a click, executing the video itself to keep them watching, and finally, reviewing your data to get smarter every single time.
Okay, let's start with the big picture. I want you to forget the idea of viral lottery tickets. The most successful YouTube channels out there, they aren't just getting lucky. They're built on a highly analytical, super structured system, a system that you can actually replicate.
So from now on, I want you to start thinking of your channel's growth less like a purely creative thing and more like a marketing pipeline. Yeah, a business process. It's got inputs and outputs that you can measure, that you can manage, and this is the best part, that you can consistently improve over time. Now for the first practical step, and this one is so important because it happens before you ever hit record. It's all about finding proven audience demand for your ideas. Just relying on ideas that randomly pop in your head, well, that's not a real strategy for consistent growth, is it?
And you have some seriously powerful tools to do this. First, dig into your own YouTube analytics and see what your audience is already watching. Second, go play detective. Investigate what's working for others, not just your direct competitors, but in similar niches too. And third, this is really cool, you can use AI tools to sift through hundreds, even thousands of comments to find the most urgent pain points your audience has, straight from their own words.
Okay, so you've got an idea with proven demand. Awesome. Now it's time to engineer the click. And this takes us right back to that quote from the beginning. It's all about crafting a totally irresistible title and thumbnail combination that literally stops the scroll. And here's the key takeaway on this. Your thumbnail is not an afterthought. It should be the very first thing you think about. Seriously, if you can't come up with a compelling, super clickable visual for your idea, you should really think about postponing that video. A great idea with poor packaging is just a massive wasted opportunity. Let's do a quick little test here. Imagine a transformation-style video, like a room makeover or a fitness journey. What do you think gets more people to click? A thumbnail showing the amazing before and after, or one showing just the messy before? The answer, and this is totally proven by data, is to show only the before. So, why is that? Well, because it opens up a powerful psychological curiosity loop. The viewer sees the problem, and their brain develops this powerful need to see the solution. And that's what earns you the click. And of course, your title has to work hand in hand with that thumbnail. You've got to use simple, everyday language that meets your viewer right where they are. For instance, pretty much nobody is searching for how to use tiotropic gel for nail reinforcement, right? But you can bet tons of people are searching for what to do if you have wide nails. You have to avoid the technical jargon and just speak their language.
Getting the click, that's only half the battle. Now you actually have to deliver on that promise and keep your audience engaged from the first second all the way to the last. This is all about retention.
So how do we do that? Well, first, you have to optimize those first few seconds for what's called hover appeal. That just means your video looks and sounds compelling even when someone is just hovering over it before they've even clicked. Then you have to constantly re-hook your viewer by seeding what's coming up next. You might say something like, and in just a few minutes, I'll show you the one common mistake that's killing your channel's growth. That makes it really hard to click away. Now, this is a really interesting one. Where do you put your call to action, your CTA? Most creators stick it at the very end, right when viewership is dropping off a cliff. The really strategic move is to place it somewhere in the middle of the video, when engagement is super high and, this is critical, right before you reveal the most interesting part. This maximizes the number of engaged viewers who actually see it. And finally, we close the loop. You've published the video, but your work is not done. Now you have to analyze the data to get even better the next time around. This is where you really commit to never, ever stop learning. Your attention graph is like a story about your video, and it's being told by your viewers. So don't just look at the average percentage. No, you gotta scrutinize it. Where are the dips? That's probably where you got a little boring. And where are the spikes? That's where you re-engaged them. You have to learn to read this story because it'll inform how you structure your very next video.
Now, here is a fantastic custom metric that you can start using right away. It's called subscriber density. It's simple. Just calculate how many subscribers you gain for every 1,000 views on a video. And this metric is a total game changer because it helps you measure the quality of your audience, not just the quantity of your views.
And this chart shows exactly why that matters so much. Video A got 5 times the views of video B, but video B was way more effective at converting those viewers into loyal subscribers. So for the long-term health of your channel, video B is actually the more valuable asset. This kind of data tells you what kind of content is building a real community, a channel that's built to last. So, as you can see, these 4 steps, they're not just a simple checklist. When you put them all together, they form this powerful self-reinforcing flywheel that leads to sustainable and even predictable growth.
And here's the whole system in a nutshell. It starts with deep research, which then directly informs your amazing packaging. That package is delivered with strategic retention baked in, and its performance is measured with precision analytics, which in turn makes your next round of research even smarter. You see? Each step just feeds the next.
So the key is to take this framework and actually apply it. Don't just absorb it, use it. So my question for you is, what's the very first data point you're going to check on your channel after this? Are you going to analyze the click-through rate of your last 5 thumbnails? Are you going to scrutinize the retention graph on your best video? Or maybe calculate your subscriber density for the first time? The key is to just start. Start building your own growth flywheel today.